Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this special figure showcase and review we're going to be looking at the 1991 European exclusive. This is Action Master Elite Omega Spreem. Not Omega Supreme, Omega Spreem, spelt S-P-R-E-E-M. So what we're going to do with this video, we're going to have a detailed look at him in both of his modes to help you see how you want to display him, because yes, unbelievably, this is an Action Master, but he actually transforms, unlike the standard Action Master figures, which of course their accessories transformed. I'll show you his gimmick as well, because the other good thing about these is they had a gimmick which you could use, I suppose, in both modes, but it was just, again, an additional little play factor. I'll show you the accessory that comes with him, and of course, because he's an old vintage toy, I'm going to point out things that you need to be aware of if you're after one for yourself, and we can do some comparisons with some newer figures and some original ones as well. So yeah, this, funnily enough, this figure, it is quite sought after, and it's great pleasure for myself to be able to review this for you guys. I've been after this guy for ages. Huge thank you to Patrick for selling me his. So this very interesting little figure has the crazy color scheme of, I suppose, pretty much like G2 figures, although this was released in 1991, and as I say, it did come under the Generation 1 banner, and it was exclusively released in Europe. Now, articulation wise, for the arms and the shoulders, I'm going to do all this super carefully. Obviously, you can turn it all the way around out to the side. There is no bicep flexion, however you can move, I suppose, the wrists, but that again is only due to this being in the transformation process. You can see that the waist will swivel, the head will tilt back, lift up and down, and the legs as well, these will go out to the side, up to the front, and again it's super articulate, as a lot of the Action Masters were, but this one, yeah, as I say, it's got a little gimmicks. Let me see if I can sort of show you it in this mode first and foremost. I'm just going to lift the arms up out of the way. You can see that there's a button on the back, so what you can do with this is you can press this in and he will spin around and round on it. So what you can do is, if you wanted to, this is the accessory. Now, the things to be aware of with this is there's a tiny little tab there which will fit in his hand in robot mode, and then this clip you need when he's in his alternate mode, which is, I suppose it's like a Cybertronian tank, but we'll have a look in a second. So we can very carefully attach this into the hand. The light pink will then fit around the forearm, and if we just get the blaster out of the way, you can indeed spin this around. And I'm not going to do that much more than that because I don't want to break the motor on it, and with the big weight it's probably not advisable, to be honest. And that's the other thing I want to sort of say. Things to look out for on this is the motors are pretty much always broken on these. The fists, these are sometimes missing as well. These are just held in by these screws that can get corroded very easily. And there's not much more to say. Let's have a quick more look at him in robot mode. So we've got nice detail there in on the chest. There's obviously, these are going to be the tank treads, and I suppose that's pretty much it. So I'm going to super carefully now try and transform him for you. So all we're going to do is fold out these barrels, and you can see, I suppose they sort of telescope, but they don't. It's just the mold, the way they've done it. You can't pull these out. That's exactly as they are. So we're just going to bring the arms up. We're going to open very carefully this as well. Now, what I need to do is I need to fold this down. There's the tire tracks, or treads, shall we say, tank treads. Once we've got it like so, I'm going to just connect this to the bottom now, just for the simple reason it will keep the legs together, and it should assist me in getting the rest of this done. So what I'm looking to do is slot this, if I can show you on the camera as well, slot this down into position. There we go. So that's holding the bottom part together. You can see it's also now looking like it's got some treads as well. We can tilt this forward, lift the arms up now again, and now if we tilt the head all the way up, sorry, all the way forward, so it's pretty much covered the face part, and there is, super basic, I know, there is your tank. And of course these are the spinning firing bullets, or I suppose cannons, aren't they? Let's be honest. The good thing about this is that you can position it any of these angles, again, as long as it's not too loose. It's super basic, but it's super fun, and the color scheme is just totally out there. You can see though why the motor would and does tend to get damaged. So I'm probably never going to do that again. Only for this video. I'm going to stand him back up. I'm going to separate these super carefully without damaging any of the tabs. Excuse me. Fold the legs up. You'll hear them click into position. And again, these are sometimes missing because all these are held on by, as if I fold it out, just some little tabs either side which fit into a hole there, and there's 2 holes on the underside of there which you can't see, but they're literally just held on like that. The head we can now rotate back up. The arms we can again very carefully turn around, and again I'm going to bring that down, and there he is back into his robot mode. So there you have him. This is, and this was, hopefully enough. Oh no, it's not. We haven't finished at all. Let's have a look how he compares with some of today's figures. So we've got a small deluxe figure. We've got a core class figure. So he's a bit bigger than a core class figure, to be honest. Probably not as articulate, obviously. But let's have a look how he displays with some standard Action Master figures. So we've got Bumblebee here. And this is, of course, where all the scaling was blown out of the water with the Action Masters, and there is Tracks, and they're pretty much all the same size. The Action Master Elites, though, were that little bit bigger than your standard little Action Masters. Anyway, hope you enjoyed looking at him. I hope you found it interesting, and I will do my best to carry on doing the rest of the reviews on these. Quite hard to find, and now indeed, even though they are Action Masters, sought after figures. Let me know what you think of him in the comments, and take care. Thanks for watching. Like and comment, and don't forget to subscribe.